good mojo they had going earlier, John. Yeah, they're starting to really get back to the losing ways before that streak.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to explain. I know Stan asked this pregame about, you know, the offense and how you can go from being so hot to being so cold. I mean, you had so many guys swinging the bat. Well, obviously injury had something to do with it, with Dickerson being on the DL as well as Corey Dickerson, and Marte missed a few games. But, yeah, everybody was hot at one time. Now everybody's cold. I think the pitching, for the most part, is held up its end. I know there was a few games there in that homestand where the starting pitching struggled, but you know, somehow, some way, they got to get back to taking the lead and scoring some runs.
Well, Chad Bettis showed you those splits. Not so great here at Coors Field this year. Coming off the disabled list today. July the 3rd was placed on the DL with a blister on his right middle finger. So the right-hander from Lubbock, Texas will face this starting lineup, RAV4 lineup. Corey Dickerson, career .359 hitter. In the place he used to call home, Coors Field, then it's Starling Marte and Gregory Polanco. David Freese back in there hitting cleanup. Colin Moran bats fifth. He's at third base with Francisco Cervelli. Back behind the plate, Josh Harrison, Jordy Mercer, and JMO for Pittsburgh against Colorado.
And Chad Bettis, just off the DL, that 5.10 ERA, about his career ERA, just 6 decisions, 5-1, which is remarkable when you think about the 7 starts he had here at home with an ERA just south of 9. They hit opponents 336 against Bettis here at Coors Field. They hit just 212 against him on the road. That goes to show you what this ballpark could do to a pitcher.
On the defense, Charlie Blackmon is back. He had struggled on the road trip, but he is the center fielder. The swingers, David Dahl, who was in center last night, replaces Gerardo Parra, who gets the night off in left. Carlos Gonzalez in right. Great to infield, Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story. On the left side, DJ LeMahieu. Ryan McMahon will start at first base, and behind the dish, it's Chris Iannetta. Corey Dickerson had one of the 2 Pirate hits last night. There were 2 hit here at Coors Field. Dickerson hitting .314, that's 4th best in the league.
Yeah, the only hit by a position player.
Yeah.
I mean, that's remarkable.
Joe Musgrove had the other hit, it was a double.
You'll see Chad Bettis does not throw very hard. He's right around 90 miles per hour. And, you know, he'll flip in a slider, curveball, a good bit of change-ups. He's going to try to do what his teammate did last night, Kyle Freeland, keep the ball on the ground.
Two and one on Dickerson. Jameson Taillon talked about how important it was to be able to talk to Chad Bettis through that trying time last year. This ball's chopped to second. Easy for LeMahieu, 1 away. Taillon underwent that testicular cancer surgery in May of last year, and just about 6 months prior to that, Bettis had undergone the surgery. Initially did not need radiation treatment, but doctors found that the cancer had spread a few weeks later. So he underwent the chemo in March. Driven to center field, sending Blackmon back to the track and looking up, and look at this one go. Marte Parte in the first. Starling Marte snaps an 0 for 14 hitless string with his 17th home run of the year. That is more like it. 1-0 Pirates in the first.
Yeah, I mean, he was in that swing mode and chasing some pitches over the last few days, but his last couple of at-bats last night, you saw a deep fly ball to right and a hard hit ball to center field that ended up being outs. And so you're thinking, boy, hopefully that gets him right. Well, he gets an elevated fastball out over the plate, and he hits this one a very long way.
Gregory Polanco takes ball 1. Marte, 17 home runs. It's the 16th allowed by Bettis. That's cracked to left. Dahl, a line out. Starling Marte with now 17 homers and 55 runs batted in on the season. He had been 0 for his last 14 at bats before that swing. A ball that traveled some 453 feet in this thin air. And now David Freese.
David didn't like that first call by the home plate umpire, Stu Sherwater.
There is Sherwater with Corey Blazer at first. Chris Siegel is at second, and Eric Cooper is the crew chief. He is at third. You were commenting last night after the game at our meeting that you think Cooper did a nice job behind the dish last night.
Yeah, I thought maybe one of the better ones all year. Great job.
Easy for Story. Quite a story that this guy has to tell. Starling Marte gives him an early lead. Half inning, 1-0 Pittsburgh as the Rockies come to bat at Coors. Bat here in the bottom half of the first inning on a beautiful night. We had a half-hour rain delay last night. Here's the Rockies lineup. Buddy Black is the skipper. He's got Charlie Blackmon back in there after the night off last night. DJ LeMahieu, Carlos Gonzalez will follow. Nolan Arenado hits cleanup. Trevor Story, it's quite a combination. The 4-5 hitters. Story third in the National League with 58 extra base hits. David Dahl is in left. Ryan McMahon gets the start at first. Chris Iannetta, Chad Bettis, the starting 9. And Blackmon, who's 1 hit shy of 1,000 for his career, takes ball 1 from Taillon. Moments ago, Danny Echeverria saying hello to his new coaching staff. It'll be interesting to see how the Pirates decide to play him. Clint Hurdle talked about bouncing him around the infield. Josh Harrison takes care of that. 1 away.
Jameson Taillon. Good start with the ground ball. Like to see a lot of those. 500 record, a 3.74 ERA. 125 innings pitched, 116 strikeouts. He's been pretty efficient. We talked about, how he's been consistent as anybody this year. Last couple of starts, 7 and 6 2/3 innings through 89 pitches in both.
There's a first pitch strike on LeMahieu, who was 1 for 4 last night. Just off the disabled list for a third time late last week. First time that Taillon has pitched here. Second career start against the Rockies. He pitched 5 scoreless. His first game back 5 weeks after the surgery. June 12th last year at PNC Park against the Rockies. 2-1 count. And Chad Bettis talked about how neat it was that Bettis himself was on hand to see it. Didn't know if it was planned or destiny, Bettis said. There's Chad Bettis. Said it was a huge privilege to watch Taillon pitch. And then, of course, Taillon rooting on Bettis. Didn't know when he would come back. Bettis counseled him about what advice people would give, and basically said it's quite personal. And if you want to get back quicker than most think you should, then it's up to you to do it. Here is Mercer retiring LeMahieu on the chopper. 2 down.
That's what you like to see, the soft contact, the ball on the ground.
We saw a lot of soft contact balls in the air off of Musgrove last night. But the Pirates just could not do anything offensively. Musgrove gave up just 1 earned run. He pitched brilliant baseball last night.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, and you watch Musgrove and the 4 hits, 87 pitches in 7 innings. And it didn't seem like any of those strikes he threw were in the strike zone, just on the edges. You see the rectangle, the box. It like was it painting around there all night long with every pitch. It just so impressive to be that consistent.
Cargo was 0 for 4. That snapped his 7-game hitting streak. The Rockies at 60 and 52 on the year. Started the day 2 back of the Diamondbacks in the National League West. Buddy Black. This ball's popped up. Dickerson coming in. And 1-2-3 for J-Mo. After 1-0 Pirates at Coors. Papa John student pass. You get a text when an exclusive ticket deal is available. You accept your tickets sent to your mobile device. Get a free Papa John's pizza when you sign up and make your first purchase. Do it at pirates.com/student. Student Pass, that is, or text student to 61592. Pirates.com/student pass. 0-1 on Colin Moran. Getting the start at third base. Francisco Cervelli, Josh Harrison follow. Bettis has done better against lefties this year. They're hitting just .227 overall. Right-handed batters .293. And slows it down, but Moran does not run well at all, so he's still going to be retired by Trevor Story.
I mean, Story was behind, as you see here, Bettis. That would have been right at Story, one or two hopper. And so always frustrating as a hitter when you're thinking, well, hit the ball hard up the middle. And you hit the ball hard up the middle, and they have a man there. And then you might think, whoa, he slows it down. Did he slow it down enough to leg out an infield hit? But Story, boy, he's made some plays this series already.
Really outstanding defense. Talked about it last night around the infield. Arenado already has 5 Gold Gloves. Then Story is going to get more and more attention. DJ LeMahieu at second has a couple of Gold Gloves. And there's Arenado. So athletic looking over there, John. The feet always moving.
Man, his feet are as good as I've seen over there. I was talking about this last night with Joe on the radio side. I don't know if I've seen a better third baseman, in watching baseball these years. I mean, he is so smooth and so quick. And the footwork always gets him in a good position to get a good hop. And they're quick. I mean, one little play yesterday where he retreated 3 quick steps to get himself a good hop and made it look routine. But even there, that last was a routine ground ball. But you don't normally coach this up to young kids. But the one-handed, just going at balls with one hand, it kind of allows you to get out in front a lot more, and you don't always have to get low and get down with both hands. And, we'll go and grab balls with one hand. Also helps put them in a good position.
Carlos Gonzalez in right. And that's 3 up and 3 down for Bettis in the top of the second inning. One nothing, head to the bottom of the second inning. Again, there is Adeiny Echeverria. He had been designated for assignment by Tampa Bay. The Pirates acquired him for a minor leaguer, a pitcher, lower minor level, a minor leaguer, lower level. And this was about an hour ago, just arriving from the Denver airport. And that was outside Coors Field, ready to be shuttled into the clubhouse. No secret that the Pirates have been subpar defensively, especially on that infield, and that ball bounces inside the third base bag. Corey Dickerson gets to it quickly. Arenado going to be at second base with a stand-up double.
Getting ahead with the fastball 0-1, leaves his curveball up and in, and you could see Cervelli wanted it down and away, and so that hanging breaking ball, you see Colin Moran way off the line at third, but I don't know if it would have really mattered. That ball was hit hard and just inside the bag.
Leadoff double brings up Trevor Story. Arenado with 81 RBIs. Story right behind him, fourth in the league with 79 ribbies. 24 homers. It's in the top 10.
He gave you an idea whether or not he was going to try to move a runner over with nobody out and runner on second. So Jameson Taillon went inside, thinking he'd be trying to block the ball to the right side, but Trevor Story, with his 24 homers, 79 RBIs, is looking to drive him in, not get him over.
Story was 1 out of 3. Last night's ball game, 6 for 13. In the 4 games played so far this season, the Rockies were in Pittsburgh in April and took 2 of 3 from the Pirates. And line to left, and Dickerson there. A line out to left for Story, so runner at second and 1 out. Taillon's last start was against the Cubs at PNC Park. Pirates won that game 5-4. No decision for Taillon as he went 6 2/3, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits. Buccos won the ball game 5-4. He got the win. Roller, Mercer looks to third, throws to first, and gets Dahl.
Risky play by Arenado. Whether or not he knew Mercer, where Mercer was playing, but Mercer was up the middle. And that ball, when you're at second base, when it's hit to your right on the ground, typically should hold there at second, put on the brakes. But Arenado going on contact.
Rookie Ryan McMahon starting instead of Ian Desmond at first, making his 12th start at first base this season. Recalled from AAA Albuquerque the end of July. McMahon hitting .219 in the major leagues with a couple of homers and 10 RBIs.
And, I'm guessing the book on him was the whole chase. Jameson Taillon, 2 breaking balls now the strike zone to get ahead 0-2.
Line toward right center field, and there's Marte. A couple of line outs. No runs after the leadoff double. Still 1-0.
here at Coors Field. Well, Trevor Story has a fantastic nickname where you can make a few puns off, and he got a pretty good nickname this season, one of the cooler ones you'll hear in Major League Baseball, and that nickname is True, and there you see it's stitched into the side of his glove. Now, that's a nickname that was given to him by former Rocky slugger Vinny Castilla. That came during his first big league spring training. Story said it's his favorite nickname of all the ones he's ever been given, and should MLB have another Players Weekend this year, you know what's going on the back of his jersey, the word True. Now, if we can just get a little pun off Brown, maybe what would you wear on your Players Weekend jersey, Greg?
I think I would say F-O-R. You know what that is? Fan of Robbie. And a base hit for Mercer. What do you think of that?
Wait.
F-O-R. And nobody, people would ask me, what does it mean? Fan of Robbie.
For Brown? What is it? What would that mean, Brownie?
Fan of Robbie, F-O-R.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the nickname True is pretty cool, no matter what, right? Isn't it? What do you think? True's a pretty good nickname. True Story. People are going to say True. What do you mean by True?
Good
True
call.
Story. Pretty good. Pretty good.
How about yours? You got one?
I don't have one. We don't even want to go there. It's not going to be that good. I don't have a good one.
Nothing like The Rock. That's a great surname, though. Yeah, you can enjoy a full night of puns with the name Story. Taillon going to try and bunt Mercer to second. He has 3 sacrifice bunts this season. Facing Bettis for the first time in his career. These two matched up. How about a Point Park University tweet? Look at this. Talk about a fan. Finally got an autograph and a selfie with Robbie.
How about that?
Dan Potash and Robbie here are the reasons why I'm majoring in journalism. Penn State journalism student.
Well, first of all, she needs to increase her standards just a tad, but I'm certainly very appreciative of that. I remember meeting that young lady. She's a big Penguins fan, big Pirates Penguins fan, who's from Pittsburgh, living out here in the Denver area. So it was nice to meet her, and thank you very much.
She seemed kind of surprised that she was able to get Robbie to
That's where I was going. It's like finally
wow.
able to get an autograph from Robbie. Robbie is a tough autograph to get.
Yep.
I mean, not everybody will get.
I don't get asked to sign too many things throughout the course of a season, so she asked me to sign her sign. Very happy to do it.
How many times had she asked?
Just once, right when I came down for the pregame hit. Very nice. You know, speaking of bad puns, didn't a couple years ago, wasn't there a fine jar every time you guys made a Trevor Story pun during his rookie season,
right.
Greg? Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. We did with Ryan Spilborge, right?
And I believe you had to put $1 in every time a Story pun was made.
And I think
We'll do that again tonight with Rock.
I think
$5.
it forced us not to do any. I don't think we ended up contributing to Spilborg's jar.
But that was a pretty good story by me, right?
Yes, excellent.
See what I did?
Yeah, and now it's becoming a novel. This ball into center. And Dickerson is retired after Jameson Taillon fouled the first couple of pitches off and then missed the next pitch for a strikeout. Dickerson flies out, so Mercer remains at first, and it brings up Starling Marte. Check out StatCast AI, powered by AWS. The numbers on the home run.
105.8, 106 miles per hour, 453 feet. That's a bomb. .26 degrees. I guess that would be about the perfect launch angle.
Is that 100% hit probability, would you say?
From Jason said 97%. So I'm guessing if you're in a ballpark where the wind's blowing really hard in,
okay,
the 3% chance of it being an out.
Which we understand was the case last night. Bob and I were talking about how just lift the ball to the outfield and left. We kept telling Elias Diaz, or suggesting he should do that. He caught last night. Just get the ball up in the air and left, and it'll go out. The wind was gusting out that way. At least that's what the flag showed. But according to Corey Dickerson, he said, actually, no. That's why the ball wasn't traveling much last night. It was blowing in. As it swirls around in this stadium.
Well, on the field level, because we made note of that too last night. Like there was some papers and napkins that started out the third baseline and blew all the way out to right field. So it was blowing, kind of out to right at field level.
Dickerson said he could feel the wind blowing in his back.
Yeah,
even though the flags show they were gusting out toward left.
Blowing straight out the left. Yeah, the whole circular stadiums, you had that all the time, the enclosed stadiums with the 3 and 4 decks.
Just foul. Well, you never know, even if that's fair, if Arenado gets to it. He has made some absolutely incredible plays over there over the years. First infielder in Major League history to begin a career with 5 consecutive Gold Gloves. Almost one-handed that into left center for the out. Leadoff hit. Mercer stranded, 2.5. The home run by Marte, 1-0. One nothing on the UPMC scoreboard. Head to the bottom of the third inning. Here at Coors Field in Denver tomorrow afternoon. This series concludes. Then it's on to San Francisco. 4-game series at AT Park. Chris Iannetta, though he was 0 for 2 last night, did drive in a run with a sacrifice fly. Base hit for Iannetta. Brings up Chad Bettis. Time for our Lowe's whole team together. Buccos lead the National League in outfield assists with 27. All 3 of their starting outfielders rank highly. Marte 10th, Gregory Polanco, Corey Dickerson 7th. So Marte with his 10 assists tied for first. Polanco and Dickerson both tied for 12th. Now Bettis trying to bunt the runner over. Marte's always had an impressive arm, but Polanco has really been impressing a lot of people the last few weeks with his effort out there in right. Tyone was not able to advance, the number 8 hitter, in the top of this third inning. Bettis has 2 sacrifice bunts this season, and it's 2-0. 2-1. 3 hits and 30 at-bats on the year. Next down, it's Stu Cole, the third base coach for these Rockies. And over at first base for Bud Black, the first base coach is Tony Diaz. And there's a foul ball, 2-2.
This is a lot like the last half inning after the leadoff single from Mercer. Jameson Tyone unable to get the bunt down. He's trying to do the same here to Bettis.
This time Bettis gets it down and accomplishes the sacrifice. It's got to be frustrating. You're facing the same situation Bettis faced in the top of the inning. He strikes you out. You can't bunt Mercer. Bettis gets the job done, moves Iannetta. And now Charlie Blackmon, who bounced out in the bottom of the first. Vicious cut there from Charlie Blackmon.
Look at Blackman's numbers and you think, yeah, that's a pretty good year, but for him, man, it's a down year after what this guy did last year.
Won the batting title at 331. Major League record 103 RBIs from the leadoff position last season. First center fielder to win a batting title since Willie McGee did it back in 1990 with the Cardinals. Here's where he was 1 year ago at this time. Close.
Yeah, pretty good pitch.
And he gets Charlie Blackmon.
Went to the curveball. Not quite a two-strike approach for Blackmon. Big swing at the curveball. I don't know if he was guessing that he was going to get another fastball up and in, but he swung like it was going to be a fastball up and in, way out in front. Big cut. Falling off balance a bit.
Here's LeMahieu. Rockies offense 5th in the National League in hitting. Pop up. Marte for the final out. Leadoff hit, the sacrifice, and Tyone able to strand that runner. So it's still 1-0 through 3.
All-wheel drive RAV4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
It is 1-0 Pittsburgh in the middle game of this 3-game series. Pirates were shut out last night. A 2-0 final. Very rare occurrence here in Denver. Beautiful day here in the Mile High City. In the early evening hours as Jameson Taillon back to the dugout. Keep waiting for this offense to string it together and have a kind of a bust out. So much fun watching that 11-game winning streak. Everything seemed to click. Gregory Polanco was right in the middle of it. Last time up, put a good swing on a pitch, lined out to left.
And we'll see where this gets Gregory. Click off that right calf above that shin guard. You know, we've seen when Gregory has struggled, and you see a lot of chase, a lot of, you know, awkward looking swings. And even though he has been struggling of late, one for his last 7, one for his last 18, I still think he's been putting together pretty good at bats. I mean, he's faced some tough lefties. He's hit some balls hard. You know, it's not like he's been.
Well, here's a good example of what you're talking about. He's not sniffing, you know, he's not even budging.
Yeah, not chasing, not you know, jumpy at the plate, not hooking balls foul. I mean, I think he's looked pretty good at the plate. He just hasn't been able to get balls to drop for him.
And there we go. He's also stolen 7 bases in 9 attempts this season, so we'll have to watch that. David Freese comes to the plate. Taking a game in the Pirates Cove, and get all your favorite ballpark snacks next time you visit PNC Park. Tickets only $30. Include unlimited popcorn, peanuts, and soda. Get your tickets at pirates.com/cove. And a line drive base hit for Freese. So first and second. Maybe this is what we've been waiting for. The makings of something big. Colin Moran will come up now against Bettis.
Yeah, that's what you want here at Coors Field. You want base runners. Colin Moran has been swinging the bat pretty well when he's been up there with runners in scoring position. He's been 7 for his last 18 in these situations.
Very similar beards, different colors, but nice thick beards. Charlie Blackmon for the Rockies, and of course Colin Moran. Polanco at second, Freese at first. Moran lined one off of Bettis's glove, leading off the second. Was retired. Trevor Story behind second made the play, and weakly hit towards second. LeMahieu looks to second, decides to go to first, so it works like a bunt, moving Polanco to third and Freese to second.
Not the result that Colin Moran wanted. I'm sure he would like to drive a run home, at least one, but it does turn out to be a productive at bat.
Bettis making his first start in the big leagues since July the 1st in LA against the Dodgers. He was removed in that game after just 3 innings. Blister on the right middle finger. Infield back. Cervelli a chance to give the Pirates a 2-0 lead with even a ground ball. Evens it up. He was at first base again last night. On base a couple of times. Walk, hit by pitch. Josh Bell currently on the disabled list, eligible to come off today. Sounding like he'll come off tomorrow, though. 2-1. Going through all the activities. Pirates decide not to activate him today. And if you joined us late, might have heard Sean Rodriguez has been placed on the disabled list. Strained left abdomen is what they're calling it, to make room for Adeni Echeverria. 3-1. There he is. Fun to watch him pick it.
Oh yeah,
we saw it so many times when he's with the Marlins. As good as anybody defensively at that shortstop position.
Very rangy, good hands.
And now they're loaded for Harrison. Well, Jayhay's a guy who could use a big hit. We'll see if he can get it, but first we'll go back to the studios. Rob King has a game break. All right, Rob, thanks. Yeah, that is going to be quite a race, looks like. A home run race right now between Arenado and Carpenter. No home run needed, just a gap shot would be fine.
Base hit will do. I'm not sure what that pitch was. Was that a changeup? Was that just a slider that didn't slide? 84 miles an hour, just kind of stayed straight and on that inside part of the plate.
Jayhay hitting .360 with runners in scoring position this year. And a fly ball to left center that'll at least produce a run. Sacrifice fly. Polanco will score to make it 2-0. 30th ribby for Harrison on the year.
Take it.
Polanco drawing the walk, and he crosses the plate to make it 2-0, and now it's Jordy Mercer. Mercer with 5 hits and 14 career at bats against Bettis. Good numbers. That's hit hard to center field. Jordy Mercer. How about Mercer? Mercer me. A 3-run blast for Jordy Mercer. A big one. His 6th. Pirates take a 5-0 lead in the 4th.
And that's a game changer. Anytime you, with one swing, you can put up a 3-spot. That's a big swing of the bat right there. You're thinking, yeah, maybe Bettis gets out of this inning with just giving up the 1 run after loading the bases, but Jordy Mercer gets a fastball right down the middle and showing that sneaky power that Mercer has. Doesn't hit a lot of home runs, but when he gets them, they go a long way.
443 feet estimated distance. Allegheny Health Network Supermo look.
Short and compact.
Jordy Mercer, his first homer since June the 29th in San Diego.
And he's so good in that 8th spot too, because it's, you know, you got to be ready to hit. And you got a couple runners on, the pitcher's behind you, and you don't know if you're going to get anything good to hit. But when it's in there, you got to put a good swing on it, and that's what Jordy did.
And he gives the Pirates a 5-0 lead over Chad Bettis and the Rockies. The UPMC scoreboard 5-0 Pirates lead. Cody Mercer's home run as you enjoy Miller Lite. Look forward to the hold true moment later in tonight's game. Gives Mercer 29 RBIs from that 8th spot of the order. Most of any player in the National League from that 8th position. He's got 35 ribbies overall, and now Taillon has a 5-0 lead as he faces Carlos Gonzalez leading off this bottom half of inning number 4. 3, 4, 5 in the order.
Curveball in dirt. Cervelli doesn't block it, tries to pick it, comes up empty and ends up getting a piece of the home plate umpire.
Gonzalez flied out to Corey Dickerson his first time up.
A change up from Jamison.
Last 4 starts, Taillon bring up a total of 7 runs over 25 innings. Almost a strike call, almost a chase. Full count. And there's Harrison to retire Cargo. Easy play for Jay Hay. Gonzalez is the first out here in the bottom of the 4th.
I think it's always nice too as a pitcher when you get that nice lead and you get a full count. Don't have to worry about making a perfect pitch or missing too much of the heart of the plate. You just throw it in there for a strike. And
Arenado right away. Not agreeing with Stu Sherwater.
Umpires in the stands and Rocky dugout didn't agree with that one either. And slider catching the very bottom of the zone.
Oh, Arenado doesn't know yet.
I think he knew. He didn't even look down there. I think he knew.
Yeah, but a lot of times guys don't look down there because they want to try and sell it.
Yep. Not a good at bat.
Wow. I'll say. I don't see that too often from Nolan Arenado.
And you have to wonder, that sometimes when you go up there as a batter, okay, you get a pitch and it's a borderline pitch, you think it's a ball, and umpire calls it a strike, and then
it's in your head, you mean?
You get frustrated and you get mad, and you might lose your focus a little bit, and you don't see this much from Arenado. It's almost like, I'll show you, I'm going to hit this ball 500 feet.
Here's Story. And Mercer, the Pirates shortstop, retires the Rockies shortstop. And for Taillon, it's 1-2-3 after his club put up 4 in the top of the 4th. It's 5-0. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1, 2, 3. And now we go to the fifth and we check out our Barrel Automotive League leaders stat. National League leaders in average on the road. Corey Dickerson hitting .335, second best behind the Cubs' Ben Zobrist in the National League. He's 0 for 2 tonight, the former Rocky. He was drafted in the 8th round by the Rockies out of a community college in Mississippi. Grew up in Macomb, Mississippi, did Corey Dickerson. First full year in 2014, he hit .312 for the Rockies. .24 homers, 76 RBIs, his first full campaign. Ball and 2 strikes on him. Dickerson was traded to the Tampa Bay Rays January of 2016 in a deal for German Marquez and Jake McGee. And one of the players involved in that trade, Marquez, will face off against Chris Archer tomorrow afternoon, the finale of the series.
I look forward to that one. Look forward to seeing Chris Archer go once more.
Tapped past the mound, and LeMahieu fans on it. And look at Dickerson headed to second base. He is something. Corey Dickerson always on the move.
Always heads up, you know he's going to play the game hard. He's going to play the game the right way, as he often does. He's up there battling, puts the ball in play. LeMahieu whiffs on it, and that rolls far enough out the right field where Corey Dickerson thinks, hey, I got a shot. I got a shot. As soon as he sees that ball get by LeMahieu, he makes that left turn.
Single and an error on the second baseman.
A little appeal over there at first base. Rocky's thinking maybe Corey missed the first base bag.
Story out there to retrieve it. By the time he gets it to Arenado, Dickerson in there. Now Marte.
By the way, that made me think of I saw a highlight of a Little League game the other day.
That play.
And yeah, there you go. You see Corey hitting, looked like the back of that.
I think he almost tripped on it.
Actually tripped. And so a youngster gave up a double, and I guess it was the only hit that he allowed in a Little League, I guess, regional game. The batter runner missed first base. They appealed. He's out. He throws a perfect game.
Oh no! When was this?
Just the other day. I saw a highlight of it.
Oh my gosh! That is wild. Two and one on Marte. No replay yet in Little League.
I think so.
Official replay.
I think when they get to Williamsport, I think they have replay.
They have challenges.
I believe so.
Ripped into center. First and third. As Marte singles. Checking Corey Dickerson, talking to an old teammate.
Nice at bat, Marte staying inside, hitting the ball the other way with that runner at second, nobody out. In the gap, Dickerson has to hold just for a moment on that line drive to make sure it wasn't caught. And so Dickerson now, a little stutter step around third and make sure he hit it, but was being held anyhow by Joey Cora after the pause.
Steve Foster, the pitching coach, is out. Chad Bettis having a little bit of a rough go here. He got through the order the first time, giving up just the one hit, the home run, but there were some line drives off the bats of Pirates hitters. And second time through, 4 in, including the Mercer homer, and now looking for more here with no one out. Gregory Polanco has lined out to left field and walked. And another hit, another run, 6-0. Marte headed to third. He's there easily. Gregory Polanco, RBI number 63.
Love that at bat. Not trying to do too much. He knows he has Marte over there at first base. They're holding him on, so he has a big hole on that right side. So he's just looking for a pitch that he can hit through that hole. Pick up the RBI, pick up a base hit. Smart hitting, and Marte, even though he had the stutter step, pulled up just a moment to let that ball get by him. Very aggressive with that good speed, knows that he can get to third. It's like he doesn't even go to full speed until he gets around second.
It really is. It's like when he's just hitting second and you know he's going to try to go an extra 90 feet. You think, uh-oh, could be trouble. And then you realize it's not close. Infield at double play depth. 6-0. Bullpen activity for the Rockies. And Freese goes to right field. And a great diving catch by Carlos Gonzalez. Sacrifice fly makes it 7-0.
Again, tip your cap to Marte, being aggressive on the bases, taking that extra 90 feet, getting to third base. Which on that great play by Gonzalez out there in right field. At least it's a sacrifice fly for David Freese, but boy, that's a heck of a play. Sprawled out, catching that ball just above the turf. That's another thing about Coors Field. And, talk about the big outfield and how far the ball travels. Like line drives stay in the air longer.
It is.
There's
already a handful going back to last night and tonight. You think it's going to drop.
Yeah.
These balls just stay up there. Marte tagging.
And the ball just does not come down.
Moran has lined back to the mound and bounced to second. 1-1 count. Arenado playing shortstop against this left-handed pull hitter. There you see the shift.
It almost looked, those two foul balls hit by Moran, it almost looked like he's trying to block the ball now. He's looking to stay back a little bit more and hit the ball the other way. And he has been a little jumpy at the plate of late. I mean, the first couple of months, he never even flinched, it seemed like. It was yes or no. There was no in between. And he hasn't been swinging the bat that well of late. And a little jumpy. You see more check swings. Chasing a little more than we did the first 2-3 months of the season.
One-two count on him with Polanco on at first. The Pirates have scored twice more and lead 7-0. And if you've watched games over the years here at Coors Field, you just can't get enough runs. And Moran strikes out, third K for Bettis. He'll now face Cervelli. Cervelli is 0 for 7 against Bettis.
Rockies Bettis tonight working Cervelli in. Walked in the last inning, and all 4 pitches that missed the zone were all off the plate in.
Lined fair down the left field line. Into the corner it goes. Cora gonna wave home Polanco. And the throw to the plate is not gonna get him. Into third goes Cervelli. Vita Bella. And it is 8-0.
Aggressive decision there from Joey Cora, waving Polanco all the way around. Polanco was not yet the third, and good hitting again, Cervelli. I mean, after seeing 5 straight pitches in off the plate, you know he's geared up for fastball. Ends up getting the curveball, and he's able to stay back long enough to hit it down that line. Look where Polanco is as the ball's being picked up in left field by Dahl. I mean, Polanco was still 2 strides from the bag at third.
Time to cool him off. Getting help from his teammates. And now Bud Black going to make the pitching change. Difficult start for Chad Bettis. Pirates out in front 8-zip. Jake McGee coming on.
And may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
A couple of guys that have been very important parts to the Pirates offense this season. And they have combined to score 4 runs. They have been on base 4 times. Starling Marte and Gregory Polanco, and now Jake McGee, one-time Tampa Bay closer. See the numbers struggling this year with the Rockies. With 2 outs, this would be a nice way to put a finishing touch on an inning if Jay can come up with a 2-out hit. Sacrifice fly as last time. Double for Cervelli brings home Polanco, and he went to third on the throw.
Boy, the Rockies with the infield back down 8-0 in the 5th. Just a ground ball. Oh, my mistake. I'm looking at the wrong thing. There are 2 outs, not 1. So base hit will have to get him in.
And still 0-2. Well, Jay Hay picked up his 30th RBI with that sacrifice fly in the fourth. We talked about this last night with the lefty Kyle Freeland starting, that some of these right-handed batters on the Pirates usually hit lefties well, have been having challenges this season, including Josh Harrison, who used to feast on southpaws. Not been the case this year. Jay hitting just .214 against left-handed pitching this season. 15 hits in 70 at bats.
Yeah, a few guys like that. That's why the Pirates have, haven't fared very well against lefties. 13-19 on the year, just 2-11 on the road when a lefty starts.
Did he go? No. First base umpire Corey Blazer. He has an 8-0 lead right now, Jameson Taillon. And toward right center. Back toward the fence. And how about this? Opposite field for Jay Hay. Talk about putting a finishing touch on an inning. 2 out, Oppo, 10-0 Pirates, 7th homer for Jay Hay.
And we talked earlier about Jordy Mercer and the sneaky pop that he has when he gets a hold of it. And now Josh Harrison is another one that when he gets a hold of a ball and he hits it with some backspin, it goes. And you could say Coors Field all you want. I mean, this is a bomb. This has gone anywhere. I mean, this is a well-hit ball the other way. We've seen Josh Harrison hit balls out to right and right center before. And, boy, everything was just perfect. He was on time, and another missile.
421 feet. Home run number 7. And a 10-0 Pirates lead. Opposite field. Mercer bounces to Story. Pirates busting out here in the middle game of the series. They're up 10. Into the bottom of the 5th inning, Josh Harrison, one of 3 homers hit tonight. Moments ago, the opposite field home run off the lefty. Jordy Mercer, Starling Marte have also gone deep. First pitch swinging and liner to center field. There's that ball hanging up off the bat of David Dahl. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Love to see that. The quick outs, pound the zone, quick outs. Jamison Tayo. Nice, healthy 10-run lead here in the 5th inning. Just go out there, continue to execute. Give Jordy Mercer some action. Keep everybody on their toes.
Ryan McMahon lined out. Toward right center, his first time.
And then we usually get that 1 pitch, 1 out.
Oh.
Get that free strike. You know the batter's going to be taking at least 1 and ends up falling behind 3-0, missing on that arm side. Now back in the zone.
Former Rockies manager right there, Clint Hurdle, back in Denver. When you know it, well, that's frustrating, to say the least. 1 out walk brings up Chris Iannetta. Pirates up 10-zip. Well, we lost a great friend yesterday. We tweeted out the passing of Mike Betzler, who has been a part of the Pirates family for a number of years with R.R. Donnelly, Pittsburgh, and we again pass along our deepest sympathies, prayers and thoughts to Kathleen, their 3 children, their grandkids. John has had the pleasure of golfing with Mike and Jake Zoller over the years at almost every Pirate Charities event. They were part of it, great supporters. Just really stunning news.
Terrible, terrible. Always see Mike with a big smile.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Always making your day with that big smile. So again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the Mike Betzler family. One and 2, close pitch there to Iannetta, who singled to start the 3rd.
That's pretty good pitch sequence. See 1 up and away, 1 up and in, 1 down and in. Let's go and hit that corner down and away. That's where Cervelli wants it. Just a bit low.
Well, Tyone's first start here at Coors Field. We talked to Joe Musgrove today about last night. Said really didn't notice any difference at all. Said the ball felt fine, and said it might have been my best slider of the year. And we were talking a lot last night with Bob about the effects that Coors Field might have. Comebacker. 1, 2.
It wasn't the prettiest
Best feed, no.
play, but
just get it there, Jamison. some of the action from the 5-run fifth that increased the Pirates' lead to 10-0 going to the 6th inning. And Jameson Taillon will lead off against Jake McGee. Wondering when the bust out would happen, and here we are, leading 10-0 into the 6th.
Yeah, hopefully this gets them on another roll. And it was so much fun through the big winning streak and everything else, because it wasn't just the wins, it was the way they were winning. I mean, it was explosive, the offense. It was so much fun to see it day after day, and everybody contributing. The long ball, the pitching was solid. Cooled off for a little while, a week or so, and hopefully this gets them back and going in the right direction. Going to need to run off some wins. Got some ground to make up. And obviously an important road trip against some good teams.
Josh Bell likely to be activated tomorrow, though again he was eligible to come off the disabled list today, going through all the activities. Danny Echeverria might get an inning or two in defensively, maybe tonight. Talking with Elias Diaz and Gregory Polanco. Echeverria from Cuba. Was signed by Toronto originally back in 2010.
Dickerson having to wait a little longer. Jameson Taillon.
Yeah.
Nice little battle here against McGee. Going to see at least 7 pitches.
Gets it in the air. But he is the first out. Here's the in-game box score to this point. That everybody except Moran Taillon on the hit parade. Moran will certainly get another bat or two. Pirates with the 10 runs on 9 hits. Home runs from Marte, Mercer, Harrison. And now Corey Dickerson. I mentioned that Dickerson was traded to Tampa Bay for tomorrow's Rocky starter and the man on the mound, Jake McGee. It was late January 2016. Good to have him back in the lineup. Dickerson returned to the starting lineup on Sunday. The hamstring tightness landed him on the 10-day DL. Now he's back at the top of the batting order. Infield hit and went to second on the error by LeMahieu. Let the ball go under his glove last inning. Three and one.
I'm in the zone here. We'll see Corey let it fly. Good count to hit in. You know McGee is going to throw the heat.
Full count.
Wind picking up a little bit. 24 miles per hour. They just announced that wind picking up. Temperatures dropped 14 degrees since game time.
They announced it over PA.
That's what I'm told. Don't see any rain in sight, thank goodness.
And a foul tip. Strikeout. 2 down. You can use your Port Authority Connect card and save up to $10 on all Sunday through Friday home games at PNC Park, plus get $10 grandstand seats on Wednesday home games. Check it out on Pirates.com/Connect card. A chance to save. The Pirates offering you all kinds of opportunities to save on tickets for the remaining games on the home regular season schedule. Next homestand begins 1 week from this Thursday, with 4 against the Cubs, 3 with the Braves. 2 more homestands after that in September, so get your tickets. Last night, Kyle Freeland went 7 innings of 2-hit shutout ball to go to 10-7. Ball rolled to LeMahieu. And the Pirates go down in order for the second time, but they are comfortably in front. 10-zip heading to the bottom of the 6th.
Find out more at barrel.com. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
10-zip go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Denver. Jameson Taillon will face a pinch hitter. Gerardo Parra bats for Jake McGee.
Taillon, like Musgrove, very efficient. Just over 11 pitches per inning thus far. That's pretty efficient.
To left, Dickerson. To the track, one away. Taillon's 23rd start of the year, aiming for win number 9. Joe Musgrove last night certainly pitched well enough to win, but the offense, exact opposite of what's going on here tonight. He had one of the 2 hits. Blackman is grounded out and struck out. And he ropes this into right. That is career hit number 1,000, and he'll certainly get that ball out of play. A milestone hit for Charlie Blackman. .1,000, and the folks acknowledge that feat. A standing O for last year's batting champion. Seventh player to reach the 1,000 hit mark while with Colorado.
It's a lot of hits.
Age of 31, the Dallas native Charlie Blackman singles with one out. Now DJ LeMahieu. A lot of hits, that guy, Todd Helton. One of the greats in Rockies history. Helton ended up with 2,500 hits over a 17-year career, all with Colorado. One of Clint Hurdle's favorite players. He was the manager for Helton most of those years. Left-handed hitting first baseman. And lined into center for LeMahieu. MLB.TV now available at a lower price for $59.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game, plus get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this special offer. Two aboard, one out. Sixth inning, here's Carlos Gonzalez. To right center. That'll get a run home, maybe a couple. And the double by Carlos Gonzalez. That's a two-run double to make it 10-2. So 3 line drives off Tyone here in the 6th.
Yeah, it could happen fast here. This place, there was a time where no lead was safe. This pitch is missing with location a little bit. I mean, that's not a bad pitch. That's better hitting. I mean, that was a little off-speed pitch, outer half of the plate, and Cargo able to go out there and hit it hard. The only real pitch I would think that Jameson Tyone would be upset with was the 0-2 breaking ball that he left up to LeMahieu. The second of the 3 consecutive hits.
Carlos Gonzalez picks up his 22nd double of the season. We're acknowledging Charlie Blackman, his 1,000 career hits. The fact that he became the 7th player to reach 1,000 hits with Colorado. Well, Cargo now with 1,295 career hits with the Rockies. Renato doubled in the 2nd. Oh, nice little pick there on the backhand by Moran.
Yeah, that's a tough play. Yeah, that's as that ball's getting on you like that, you're just, please go in my glove. Please go in my glove. As that ball, you're kind of at the mercy of that hop. That's that dreaded two-hopper with the top spin, and you get caught in between. Just hoping that you pick it clean. Is Colin Moran showing soft hands and the accurate arm.
That's a nice second out there. Colin Moran makes the play on Arenado. Here's Trevor Story. The view from high above. Looking down on the field here, now checking out Story, see if he's all right. They want to make sure their player, we saw that last night. Who got hit? Ian Desmond, I think. Got hit back of the leg, upper thigh last night, and they came out and checked on him at first base for the longest time. Ball and a strike on Story.
It's almost like when you foul a ball off your foot or your leg, and you almost know they're going to throw another two-seamer in there for you to do it again. And try to tell yourself to stay inside it or take it.
Two-one count. Tyone, who grew up in the Houston area. The Woodlands, Trevor Story near Dallas and Irving. He was a first-round pick in 2011. And Polanco is over for the final out. Two-run double by Carlos Gonzalez gets the Rockies on the board. Pirates lead by 8 after 6.
I left Coors Field and made my way across the street to a place called the National Ballpark Museum. Fantastic baseball collectibles and a must-see for any baseball fan that comes out here. There are bricks from famous ballparks such as Tiger Stadium, Sportsman's Park, the Polo Grounds, and Shibe Park, among many others. But the coolest part is how well the city of Pittsburgh is represented and Forbes Field. This might be the coolest part right here. An actual archway from the Pirates' former home. Not only that, but one of the last remaining turnstiles, an actual turnstile from Forbes Field, is right here on display. One of 3 that are known to be left in the world. How about that, guys? An unbelievable place to check out.
That is really cool. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Robbie, you kind of just discovered that this is a place you could hang out there for hours, sounds like.
Oh, for sure. Now, this is a place that I found amongst my travels here, walking around the Lodo area, lower downtown area of Denver. And it's actually founded by a retired CPA. His office is next to the museum. So anybody that makes their way out to Coors Field, you can check that out as part of it all. And it's a super, super cool experience. We've seen some cool things. We went to League Park in Cleveland a couple weeks ago, and this is absolutely a place that any baseball fan that comes out here needs to check out for sure.
Some of the stuff Robbie discovered today at the museum, just across the street here from Coors Field. Taking a look at some.
And fans from any city, like Cincinnati, they have stuff from Crosley Field, the old home of the Reds before they started playing their games at Riverfront Stadium. Places from all over the place, vintage pinball machines, bricks, stadium seats. I'm talking almost any stadium that a professional baseball game or Major League Baseball game has ever been played. Certainly worth the price of admission.
Sounds like a destination for Pirate fans to make their way out to Denver, see the Pirates play. Add that to the list. Here's Brian Shaw.
Another ERA up there at 6.75. Opponents hitting a healthy 320 against them.
After Gregory Polanco flied out to start this 7th, David Freese sacrifice fly to right in the 5th. Brian Shaw in his 2nd season with the Colorado Rockies. Signed as a free agent his 1st year with the Rockies. Signed as a free agent after a handful of years in Cleveland.
Working away to David Freese. Working the count full.
Colin Moran awaits on deck.
Boy, that ball at 92. I thought that was a slider. Watching it break, a lot of break down and away from David Freese. Just a lot of movement cut on that fastball.
Strikes him out. Pirate fans all over the place around the downtown area. A lot of folks on hand tonight. They had a good crowd here last night. 34,500. Endured a 30-minute rain delay, and they saw the Rockies shut out the Bucks 2-0. But tonight, mainly Pirates. There's one from Pat. He's going to leave it up to Twitter. Should I make the 6-hour drive to Denver tomorrow to watch the Pirates take on the Rockies and turn around and drive home to Albuquerque?
Why not?
And a base hit for Moran. Didn't hit it all that hard, but eludes LeMahieu.
You never want to be that guy in the lineup that doesn't get a hit, you know? No, everybody except Jameson with a hit tonight.
Cervelli, RBI double. He's also walked and he scored a pair of runs. Ten hits for the Pirates. Good to see them in the double-digit hits column. Friday night against the Cardinals at PNC Park. They won that game 7-6 with 12 hits. Brian Shaw, the third pitcher. Chad Bettis started, gave up 9 runs in 4 2/3 innings. His ERA well over 9 at home now for Bettis, the starter. Jake McGee gave up a run, the home run to Harrison. And now it's Brian Shaw. This is LeMahieu on the shovel off to Story. 7th inning stretch here at Coors Field. Pirates have the 10-2 lead. Tyone, his first start ever at Coors Field in Denver, and so far he's pitched very well. Gave up the 2 runs in the 6th inning, but been very efficient, as you mentioned, John.
Yes, he has, and you know, you just take away those 3 at-bats in the top of the 6th inning. He could be shutting these guys out here in this hitter-friendly ballpark, but mixing it up. Throwing an easy 95-96. Not really looking for the strikeout, only has a couple, but a lot of soft contact. And pretty impressive through 6.
Here's his line, 71 pitches. See if he can make it very efficient here in the bottom of the 7th. He's gotten David Dahl twice, once on the ground, once lining out to center. 6, 7, 8 in the order. Right side and just past Josh Harrison.
You notice it, and I talk about it every time we come here, that you know, not only this the ballpark's so hitter friendly, the ball carries, you have an enormous space in the outfield, and they cut the grass like a fairway.
Yeah.
So you have the quick infield to boot, and so really things are stacked up against pitchers here at Coors Field, and That's what's so impressive, really, about Kyle Freeland
Yes.
and the numbers he's done here. It's incredible, actually. Dribblers go through, bloops fall in. Decently hit fly balls end up in the seats. But he is what? He's top 5 in baseball.
Yeah.
Home ERA. And Chad Bettis, I mean, now an ERA over 9. I mean, if he finishes the year like the splits home and away that they are, it would have to be historic. I mean, he's under 3 on the road.
Yeah.
And now over 9 at home. And stay up.
A little pop shot in the shallow left. So a ground ball that gets through, a little pop up, first and second.
Pitching wedge to left. Let's flip it out there.
Ryan McMahon starting tonight at first base for Ian Desmond. Now here's Chris Iannetti. He bounced into a double play in the 5th. Chops this ball to third. 1, 2. Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, that's perfect right there. Tie him up, and you realize that the ball's hit so softly, maybe it won't be 2, but Iannetta, one of the slower base runners. Moran gives Jay Hay a nice feed, and Jay Hay, this ball's hit soft. J-Mo appreciative.
He faces Ian Desmond pinch hitting for Shaw. One more out, and Clint Hurdle gets his starters 7 innings back to back. After the Pirates starters were struggling through a handful of ball games. Yes. Oh, said no, he didn't offer. Sure looked like it. By the way, the last time Pirates starters had back-to-back games of 7 innings was Musgrove and Tyone combining.
Oh, wow. Did he ever go?
Well, you can see that from up here. 2-1. Musgrove went 7 against the Indians on July the 24th. Tyone went 7 the next day. Richard Rodriguez is in the Pirates bullpen. It's hard to imagine any scenario with just 80 pitches and see Rodriguez here. Into right, Polanco. As A.J. Burnett might say, no disrespect, Richard, sit down. Great shots from the Allegheny Health Network Super Mode tonight in Denver. Josh Harrison, that home run opposite field, came in the 5th inning with 2 outs. And Francisco Cervelli had just doubled in another run and capped off a 5-run 5th. Gave the Pirates a 10-0 lead. Rockies scored 2 in the 6th. And Jameson Taillon has allowed just the 2 runs in his 7 strong innings. Making it look kind of easy. Pat Valleca, the Hart High School product, is now at 3rd base. And Yency Almonte.
ERA pretty good for opponents hitting .320. Limited work, obviously, just 7 innings. Couple of pitches in the strike zone going in the favor of Josh Harrison.
Three RBI night for Jay Hay. Ready to hit.
Yeah, he wants to stay in. That says something about a pitcher.
Yeah, pitcher wants to stay in at Coors Field. AT&T achieving more. How about what happened tonight in the Pirates minor league system at AAA Indianapolis? Look at this. 2 players hitting for the cycle.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Kevin Newman, the shortstop, and catcher Jacob Stallings. And, thanks to Jason Steele for doing a little bit of research with the Stats Inc., letting us know that hard to believe that it's happened already this season by another team. The San Jose Giants got a cycle from a couple of players in April. Check swing, and with 2 strikes, Iannetta was scrambling to get to the baseball just in case on the appeal. Corey Blazer ruled that Mercer had offered. Ball and 2 strikes on Mercer. Mercer homered about 443 feet away in his 4th inning at bat. There was a 3-run blast, made it 5-0.
Bat here from Jordy, wasting a couple good breaking balls.
He was in the hole 0-2. Now it's 3-2. From Miami, Florida, Yancy Almonte. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, that's a good sharp breaker. Firm, too, at 88.
And easy for LeMahieu. Well, that does it for the Pirates. They go down in order. Jameson Taillon. How far will he go in this game? He's heading to the 8th, up by 8.
On AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
10-2. 6 more outs to even this series. Jameson Taillon. Well, let's see how far he can go in this ball game. Check out the Nissan Road ahead. This series concludes tomorrow. Chris Archer for the Pirates makes his second start since being acquired from the Rays. Herman Marquez, the former Ray, goes for the Rockies. Coverage starts at 2:30. Taillon looking to be very efficient as he faces the top of the batting order. Blackman, LeMahieu, Gonzalez. 4th time through. Jameson Taillon just picked up his 4th at-bat of the game. That's the first in his career. He's never had 4 at-bats in his career. This is 66th Major League start. Watch that pitch count now at 83. 6 times this season he's reached the century mark in pitches. 110 his season high.
I think most pitchers want to go out there and they want to finish what they start, and they talk about complete games, although we don't see them very often. Wouldn't be surprised if Jameson Taillon would want to try to finish this thing. And as Richard Rodriguez continues to warm, you know, I'm kind of the opinion when you're in a ballpark like this and you have an 8-run lead and you've gone 7 strong. That's enough. There's no reason to go out there and complete it, save the ERA. You know what I mean?
Now, basically, that's what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I mean, any other ballpark, you'd want to go out there and finish it, but you like bringing that ERA down. And in this ballpark, it can be inflated in a hurry. Right now, his season ERA is down to 3.68 as we speak. He has never had a complete game, by the way, Jameson Taillon, in the majors. That's incorrect. Sorry about that. According to the media guide, but he did have one earlier this year.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one. Going to get an out there, but not at first. His second start of the year was a complete game against the Reds. So he does have one in the books.
The Pirates have 2. And I'm trying to think in the National League. The second one is kind of funny, actually. Trevor Williams,
yeah,
the rain shortened game. But, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 complete games in the whole National League.
Wow.
To date.
Whole National League.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pirates have 2 of them.
Yeah. So as far as 9 complete game or 9 inning complete games, just 6.
One and 2 on Carlos Gonzalez. He had the 2-run double in the 6th. It's in the air to left, and Dickerson for the second out. And it brings up Pat Valaika, his first AB. This week on an all-new edition of Inside Pirates Baseball, what a difference a year has made for Richard Rodriguez. He's gone from an afterthought for the Orioles to a rock-solid member of the Pirates bullpen. Plus, Key Brian Hayes' defense is helping him rise swiftly through the minor leagues. Those stories and top plays debut this Saturday at 8 on AT&T Sportsnet. Here is Richard Rodriguez with Pirates bullpen coach Euclides Rojas. Chopper to Mercer. And, well, who knows? Maybe J-Mo does go the distance here.
Why not?
Of course. Wouldn't that be something? 10-2. He's coasting.
Ballpark where Josh Harrison made his one and only pitching appearance in his big league career. Look how young J.A. looks back on August 9, 2013. And the only batter he faced, it was Corey Dickerson. And he flew out to left field with the Buccos leading 10-1. And Corey Dickerson, well, he gave us his thoughts after he looked back on that moment.
If I get reminded of that one more time, I think every so often Josh reminds me. He has a perfect ERA against me. Yeah, it was one of those you're hoping you get pinch hit for, but he still brings it up today. It's a funny moment.
Yeah, and how about the symmetry in this one? It was a 10-1 Rockies lead in this game. Tonight it's a 10-2 Pirates lead. No position players pitching yet thus far in the ball game. But how about that? One of those stories you just tell in life about baseball. You never know what's going to happen, such as a position player pitching. A guy like Josh Harrison, he faces this guy, who's now his teammate, Greg and Rock.
Well, that was classic, and let's just hope that Corey Dickerson can shake that one off. But it's gotten to the point now where Clint Hurdle, Brian Housen heading out to check on him. Man, direct hit, side of that foot.
It looked like it got like just under the shin guard. And just come out, buy some time. Not anything anybody could do for you.
So he's okay. That was wild video though, as J.A. without the beard. Yeah. 5 years younger. And Corey Dickerson deadpanning to Robbie. Getting reminded of that. One of those times you wish they'd pinch hit for you. Facing a position player. A no-win situation. Dickerson, Marte, Polanco here against Almonte. And it seems a foregone conclusion that the Pirates are about to even the series, get back on the winning track. And now the question, can Jamison Tyone become just the 4th Pirates pitcher ever to go the distance in Denver, Colorado? Ripped foul.
He chokes up on that bat, gets so short and quick. He's effortless at 95 on the inside corner, turns it around.
Great shot there as J-Mo thinks about probably sequence coming up. He knows he's got Story to lead things off at the bottom of this 9th inning, then David Dahl and Ryan McMahon. Dahl has one of the 8 hits, as does McMahon. You would think it would be a short leash. He's at 92 pitches. His first complete game was the 2nd start of this year against the Cincinnati Reds at PNC Park.
And you know they track everything as far as pitches and
stressful innings.
Yeah,
and all that.
I mean, and you look. I mean, he really hasn't been worked all that hard. You look at his last 7 starts. He's only hit 100 pitches once. You know, 89, 89, 96, 77, 88, 96. I mean, that complete game, his 2nd start was 110 pitches. So you would think. As finally Corey Dickerson goes down, chases the breaking ball.
How about the others? Should have had this be a trivia question for you, John. Name the other pitchers, the 3 pitchers so far who've had complete games in this town. Oliver Perez in 2004, Chris Peters in 1998. Those 2 games were here. Both were lefties, Peters and Perez, and Bob Walk at Old Mile High Stadium.
Lefty, lefty, and whirly.
Yeah. How about that? Probably talking right now to Joe about it.
Yeah.
He says there's no big deal pitching in this city. I don't want people to make a big deal out of it.
Easy breezy.
One ball, one strike on Marte. It was Marte's homer that gave Jameson Taillon the early lead. 2 batters into the ball game, he had his 17th of the year. The Pirates having some trouble picking up the Almonte breaking ball here. He has struck out 3 of the 4 he's faced. Left side, that is Valleca for the second out.
Broke the bat of Marte. A little breaking ball off the end of the bat.
Gregory Polanco had an RBI single in that 5-run 5th. He had a key walk to start the 4th. And scored on the Josh Harrison sacrifice fly. They bring their third baseman Valleca over to the right side, keep Story the shortstop there. And now checking again on Corey Dickerson's foot.
Not getting that high fastball. Pretty good arm. That 96 he's been throwing up there a little bit above the belt. Nasty breaking ball.
Drafted by the Angels originally.
Oh, another one off the foot. Yeah, the ice tub might be a little crowded today.
Yeah. 2-1, 2 outs. 9th inning, Pirates leading at 10-2. .63 ribbies for Polanco. Almonte's second inning of work. He's the 4th pitcher to go for the Rockies this evening. Marte homered in the 1st. Pirates sent 7 men to the plate in the 4th inning. Polanco started it with that walk. David Freese singled. Cervelli walked to load the bases. Harrison had the sacrifice fly. Mercer followed with a 3-run homer. And then Jameson Taillon watched the offense erupt for 5 more in the 5th. Corey Dickerson led off with a hit. Went to second on an error by LeMahieu. Marte singled. Polanco brought home Dickerson. Freese with a sacrifice fly. Cervelli had a 2-out RBI double, and then Jay homered. Harrison's home run, his 7th. Over the right field wall, opposite field. And Polanco seeing a bunch of pitches from Almonte.
Ran up to 97, wasted another one to Gregory. It almost looked like he just tried to pull his hands in and come off that front foot.
A 1-foot swing. Finally got him to chase ninth pitch, 97 up. He strikes out 4. Here we go. Can J-Mo finish it off? What a night for the offense and for Jameson Taillon. The Bucks look to snap a 3-game losing streak. And Taillon needs 3 outs. Jordan Luplow replaces Corey Dickerson. Out and left, let's just hope nothing serious, just a bruise. Ball and a strike now on Trevor Story.
Mm, 94 pitches. You gotta assume they'll, give them at least 15 pitches this inning. Take them to about 107. If there's no traffic, no reason not to let him finish it.
And only 3 times has a Pirate ever gone the distance here in the city of Denver. And up the middle, a leadoff hit for Story. Story with his first hit. Tomorrow, Bucks Rockies, Chris Archer versus Herman Marquez. 2:30 Pirates pregame presented by W.B. Mason. Looking like it'll be the rubber match. And now Dovydas Neverauskas and Felipe Vasquez loosened in the bullpen here in the 9th. Dahl hit a ground ball that snuck through the right field last time up. Jameson Taillon looking for a win number 9.
Doesn't even look like he's sweating.
No, it doesn't.
Another thing that impresses me about Jameson is it just, when he delivers a pitch, it just looks so effortless. I mean, it just, 95, easy 95. Just smooth and lets it fire.
Out in front of Dahl, 1-2. Gets him on the pitch in the dirt. One away in the ninth.
Bounces that curveball. Everything's smooth. The fastball comes out easy. The curveball comes out easy. Didn't pick up the rotation, did Dahl, and went fishing.
Two outs away as the strike is called from his second career complete game. There have been 2,046 games played here in this city since Major League Baseball came to Denver in 1993. There have only been 51 complete games by opposing pitchers. Pop up, Moran, and it drops in.
Oh my, that's some bad luck.
Pop up that was up there forever.
That was up there forever, like you said. I thought somebody was going to be able to get to that, and neither of them really got close to it. Loop over Colin Moran.
A look from left field.
Oh, could he make it 3?
Iannetta has hit into a 1-4-3 double play and a 5-4-3 double play.
How about a 6-4-3?
Will that be the lucky number? Probably has to get Iannetta to stay in the game. Pops him up, and the infield fly, so it's out number 2. And now Taillon will face a pinch hitter. Tony Walters, the catcher, will bat for Almonte. I see Walters hitting 159. Two on, 2 outs. One more out to get for Jameson Taillon to go the distance to left, and he completes it. Jameson Taillon goes the distance. An absolute masterpiece, and you talk about a complete game for the offense and that pitcher. A remarkable achievement in this ballpark.
That is something else. I mean, yeah, the offense, it's nice to see the bats come back and hit the ball out of the ballpark. Everybody contributes. But Jameson Taillon, I mean, just, again, making it look easy. Unfortunately, just, had the 3 straight hits that gave up a couple of runs. But, man, I mean, it just was workmanlike. And in this ballpark, again, like you said, what happens twice a year, essentially. A complete game here.
52nd time in the history of this city that an opponent has gone the distance. Raising the Jolly Roger here at Coors Field in Denver. What a performance from Jameson Taillon and the Pirates. A 10-2